Your toddler is fighting bedtime, again. Not just resisting, fighting, like sleep is the enemy. And you're thinking, why are they doing this to me? Are they doing it on purpose? Is this defiance? Here's the truth. It's not defiance. What looks like defiance is often just a nervous system that's overwhelmed. This is normal. There's a biological reason this keeps happening. You're not doing anything wrong. Your child isn't broken. Here's what's actually happening. Your toddler's brain is wired to resist sleep. Not because they're stubborn, because their nervous system is still developing the ability to wind down. Add in their growing need for independence, their fear of missing out, and the fact that sleep means separating from you, and you end up with the perfect mix of biology and emotion colliding at bedtime. When you understand why this happens, bedtime starts to make sense. One thing you can do right now, stop personalizing it. When your toddler fights bedtime tonight, remind yourself, this isn't about me. This is their nervous system learning how to calm down. This isn't a you problem or a them problem, it's a development problem. That one shift from taking it personally to seeing it as development changes everything. If that already feels like relief, subscribe. We're about to break down exactly what's happening in their brain and why bedtime feels like a battle. Let's talk about what bedtime looks like for most toddlers. You've done everything right. Bath, pajamas, books, lights off. And then they're wide awake, talking, singing, asking questions, getting out of bed. Meanwhile, you're exhausted. You just want them to sleep. You need them to sleep. The harder you try to make it happen, the more they resist. It feels personal, but they're fighting biology, not you. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your toddler's brain. First, their circadian rhythm is still forming. That's the internal clock for sleep and wake. Adults' sleep rhythm is strong. Toddlers isn't yet. We feel tired at night. Their brain might not be sending sleepy signals. That's why bedtime can feel so unpredictable. That's why they look wide awake when you expected them to slow down. Second, their prefrontal cortex, the part for impulse control and emotional regulation, is still growing. They don't yet have the skills to calm their own nervous system. They can't just decide to feel sleepy and make it happen. That's why they can't just calm down when you ask. They need help, and that help is you. Third, your toddler is learning independence. They want control. Bedtime is when they lose it. You're telling them to stop playing, stop moving, lie still, and separate from you. To their brain, that feels like giving up everything. That's why it feels like a battle. So what does this mean for you? Let's talk about what actually helps. It means bedtime resistance isn't a behavior problem. It's a developmental stage. Your toddler isn't trying to make you miserable. They're trying to stay in control and connected to you. They don't yet have the brain skills to wind themselves down. When you see it that way, it stops feeling personal. You stop thinking, why won't they just listen? And start thinking, what does their nervous system need right now? That shift from frustration to curiosity changes how you respond. Tonight, stay curious, not furious. Let's talk about what actually helps. First, accept that you can't force sleep. You can only create the conditions for sleep to happen. Your job isn't to make your toddler fall asleep. Your job is to help their nervous system calm down. You can dim the lights. You can lower your voice. You can slow the pace. Those are the conditions. Turn off screens. Keep your voice calm and low. Environmental cues signal it's time to wind down. Don't expect them to fall asleep on command. Pushing creates more resistance. Second, give them control during the bedtime routine. Offer choices within structure. Red pajamas or blue, 2 books or 3, hug first or song first. When they feel some control, they resist less. Control reduces resistance. Structure reduces chaos. Once the routine is over, choices are done. Sleep is non-negotiable. Here's what the research shows. Toddlers who understand their routine and feel they have some say fall asleep faster and wake less at night. The key is consistency. Their nervous system needs predictability. When bedtime is the same every night, their brain learns, this is when we sleep. Over time, the fighting decreases. Your toddler isn't fighting you. They're fighting their biology while learning to calm down. So tonight, remember this, it's not defiance. it's development. Give them control within the routine. Create a calm environment. Stay consistent. You're not failing. You're teaching one of the most important skills they'll ever learn: how to regulate their nervous system. If this helped, subscribe. On Friday, we're sharing the exact words to say when your toddler resists bedtime. Calm scripts that actually work. Share this with another parent who thinks bedtime is a battle. They'll thank you. Disclaimer: our content is informational, not medical advice. If you're unsure, check in with a pediatric professional.